Hi everyone, my name is Matt Haynes, and this is Audiobook Narrator Adventures Self-Improvement Paths. Basically, what this series is me choosing a different mantra or practice every single week to make moving forward in my life and in my career even easier and even more fun. The examples that I'll be using when I'm sharing each week's path will be referencing my work as an audiobook narrator and also as a narration coach. But I believe that you can apply these practices to just about any career or life process. You give it a try and let me know your results. So this week's path is, what does self-care look like now? So I'm a planner and a scaffolder. I love designing a workflow and creating little games and activities to help. I mean, this series is that in and of itself. But if I'm sticking to the plan to the detriment of my well-being, then it defeats the purpose, doesn't it? So I'm finding that it's important for me to check in with myself and decide, what does self-care really look like now? So to give an example for narration, let's say that I've got a recording due on Friday, and I like to have the practice of getting the recording actually done 48 hours in advance to give myself a little bit of a buffer. Well, let's say it's Wednesday and I'm exhausted. Maybe I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. At that point, it's probably best to check in with myself. Okay, maybe I do need to let this system go just for the sake of self-care. Self-care looks like this at this point. Now, let's say, on the other hand, that I've decided to dedicate a week to like 9 to 10 hours of sleep per night. I'm really going to nail this. And I've got a recording that's due on Friday. It's Wednesday, but I know that Thursday and Friday are going to be jam-packed. So maybe for my mental health, I should, sacrifice an hour or two of sleep just to get the recording done, and that way I can rest easy on Thursday and Friday. So it really does depend. Let's take an example of student work. What I like to do as a coach is encourage my students to focus on just one thing when they're narrating, in addition to the content. So I will tell students to focus on the adjectives in this book, or at least for this session. Focus on the adjectives, really lean into them, savor them, because that'll put their mind on something specific and also bring the text to life. On the other hand, what if the student is getting psyched out by that or distracted by that? Well, it's important to check in with the student about those things, because maybe self-care just doesn't look like that for their process. On the other hand, if the student is going on neutral and is getting bored or distracted because their mind is wandering, maybe self-care looks like finding those adjectives, leaning into them, something specific. What does self-care look like now? That's what I'm going to be focusing on this week. I'll get back to you with my results. You get back to me with yours. Thank you for joining me in my adventures. And as your narrator, I hope that my voice and your ears meet again real soon.